The secret of the matter, the world that surrounds us is, and scientists have reduced it seemingly to molecules, and molecules have been broken down into muons, and even more, so it is infinite. Тайна материализма в том, что все состоит из молекулов и из атомов. And the Greeks knew it, the Indians knew it, deduced it, but only when we had Microsoft, etc., we could check it out. We could actually prove the theory. Все знали древности, что все состоит из одного. So everything is 99% a play of energy of molecules and electrons. And when it goes down, when different molecules with different electrons bond, then different densities of matter is created, and different, as per the Mendeleev table, as per the bonding, etc., different metals, and the whole world is constituting of different, seemingly different, but everything is from the same electrons and their combination. So the universal factor that combines everything and everyone is electrons and molecules and their bond. То есть все состоит из молекулов и атомов, и все является просто разные комбинации. Ну, и в самом деле между атомами огромная разница, и 99% луч, когда их бомбардирует материя, она проходит. 99% of the matter is just empty space with the electrons moving around each other. It is exactly the emptiness of the space. Think of the earth as just being an electron. So they're infinities. We are an infinity in an infinity, and we have infinities inside us, and we have infinities around us. У нас бесконечность вокруг и бесконечность и внутри, потому что любой электрон и Земля могут просто быть одинаковые поведение на самом деле. Земля так же крутится, как и электрон. Солнце так же, как неутрон. The sun is just like a neutron. So we are in an atomic part of the universe, and inside us are infinity of atoms and nucleuses. We have infinite universes inside us. У нас внутри нас бесконечные вселенные. And some of them, there are bacteria living in your stomach. They have their own world. У каждого из нас есть живые организмы, как бактерия, которые живут в своем там животе, кто в сердце и разных местах. У них есть свои разные обитания. So there are different universes inside your body. There are different universes outside our body. We are an infinity in an infinity, and we have infinities inside ourselves. У нас бесконечно вокруг, внутри, и везде, но мы оперируем как ограниченное тело, but we operate like a finite person with a name, with a life story. And when we were born into this body, we have past life things and future life things, and we have parents and this. And all this belongs to the body. The body has a certain manner of things that it likes, some things that it doesn't like, which creates your personality. And everyone hangs on very tightly to this part. This is my personality. I like this. I don't like this. Everyone, каждый из нас держится за свое, то, что мне нравится, не нравится. Это все связано с телом, а тело имеет какой-то опыт новой жизни и environment. И это жизненный опыт накладывается в мышление, и мы мыслим так, и нам кажется это здравое мышление. Our thoughts we think are good, and the thoughts of others are bad. In Mongolia, a girl, it's very prestigious, and she's considered beautiful if she's cross-eyed, because there are very few people on the planet who are cross-eyed in reality. So in Mongolia, that is considered, if a girl is cross-eyed, it's considered, and in other cultures, it's not. So the same thing is not the same in terms of thinking, but in terms of what is common to all of us. То, что нас всех соединяет по материи, это атом. То, что присоединяет нас во всем в духовном мире, это сердечные сияние безусловной любви. Даже у камушки, даже у любого животного, у всех есть сердце, и у всех в сердце есть золотое сияние. И это золотое сияние, которое активизировал, и это присутствие божественного. Он так же, как в каждом нашем клетке, есть наша же биологическая жизненная сила. Think of it like this. Each and every component on this universe in creation has in its heart the golden light which activates it, even if it seems to be not alive. Let's say it's a rock, and you say it doesn't move, etc. But how do you know? In millions of years, geographical positions change. The earth does exchange air, the earth moves, the earth has got growth in it. What we don't think is that the earth has a soul, but the earth also has a soul. How do you know that the earth doesn't have a soul? Because math says so? No. When there is too much amount of global warming, there's a volcano explosion, and the sun gets covered with the clouds, and the global warming gets reversed. Мы думаем, что есть глобальное отопление, но когда Земле плохо, она может взорваться как вулкан и покрыть небо, и будет опять холод. So there is a balance, there is a life force, there is a fact that combines everything and everyone in one, and that is unconditional love of the golden heart, which is present in the heart of everything and everyone. So we are like children. We say, oh, I want this chocolate, I want that chocolate. And different chocolates are in different covers, but the chocolate inside them is exactly the same. Мы все хотим шоколад, и дети даже могут конфликтовать. Я хочу вот в этом синем упаковке. И такое. А внутри там то же самое. So each and every person has got the same chocolate, but it can be in a different covering. And what we think is good, bad, oh, my life is stressful, my life is this, or my life is bad, my life is good. It is all the same. The flavors come from our mind. Вот это разные коннотации, которые мы даем в жизни, это плохое, это хорошее. Это создается от нашего мышления. То, что для одной культуры хорошо, для другой культуры очень спокойно и нормально. Everything comes from the same source. So if for one culture, the flavors of everything being good and bad, they are primarily born in our mindset. Oh, this is good, this is bad. But there is one universal bad. Yes, одно универсальное to cause someone pain. If we cause someone pain, then that is a universal bad. But even that may not be true, because there are people who like pain. There are BDSM and all those people, they like pain, and they would give you, if you don't give them pain, they will be angry at you, probably. So the world is full of everything. Мир полон всяких людей и всяких разных мышлений и так далее. Но обычно мы не можем никому-то сделать больно, потому что мы все единая сила. Because we are all one. And if the left hand hurts the right hand, ultimately, three things are happening. One, it is going against the universe by giving pain to the right hand, because the left moves like this, the right moves like this, so they are different. But when they take a look at the heart, they are the same. Когда они узнают, когда левая не нравится правой рукой, потому что она действует по-другому, но когда она видит в сердце, который соединят, это одно. So the first thing is that we are all connected. So when we hit someone, when we give pain to someone, we are giving pain to ourselves. Two, we are going against our mission on the planet. Все родились с одной миссией – помочь другим. Безусловно, и все. Все остальные миссии, все это второстепенные. Everything else is secondary. You have millions of dollars, billions of dollars, you have millions of relationships, you have millions families, you have million children, you have this, that, but you did not serve. You will feel like a beggar. Если вы в своей жизни успели помочь другим, вы будете чувствовать, что в сердце у вас достаток. А если вы живете ради своего мышления, ощущения, свои мысли, вот это хочу, того хочу, вы будете всегда чувствовать себя бедными, потому что не совершили тот подвиг, за который вы появились. You did not fulfill your first mandate, your first critical mission to help others. So that's the second one. When we cause anyone pain, we are going against the mission to help others. Instead of that, we are doing something else. The third is that all these contrasts, up and down, are based on are creating a like and dislike, and we want to have more what like and avoid more what we dislike. Когда наши мозги осуждают это хорошо, это плохо, наше сердце говорит, я хочу этого хорошо и избегать того, что плохо. Таким образом, у нас сердце становится складом нереализованных желаний, потому что 99% желаний не реализуется. У нас в течение дня 200 тысяч мыслей, 99% из них желаний. Они не реализуются и не могут быть. 99% of the 200,000 thoughts that we have in a day, for example, are all I likes and I want this, I don't want that. So to get to it, we have to see the core, that it is so wonderful that we have the presence of God in our heart that allows us to have likes and dislikes. But our likes and dislikes are absolutely meaningless and most of the time stupid. Мы все время крутимся, вертимся реализовать свои желания, но большинство времени наши желания, они тупые и никакие. Я хочу больше денег, я хочу больше секса, я хочу больше этого, больше этого, больше. И каждый раз мы говорим больше, мы ощущаем, что мы меньше и меньше, что мы очень ограничены. Мы больше и больше чувствуем себя ограничены, тем больше, что у нас есть желания. Желания могут быть любые. Есть одно святое желание. Желание к Богу. Мумукша называется. There is one desire, the desire to be with God. It's called mumuksha, and that's the only desirable desire. So in this planet, when everything is from the Creator, and we see the common element of the golden light in the heart of everything and everyone, now we take it one more step further and see the golden heart in the heart of every second. When we see the golden heart in the heart of every second, then we start to see that all that has happened in our life, we judge it to be good or bad. But in reality, everything was the face of God. Everything is from God. Everything is magic. We don't understand what time is and that we are going through it. Мы не понимаем, что такое время, и мы через время проходим, или мы в одном месте, и время как поток через нас проходит, и далее, время летает. We don't know. На этом уровне тела, да, все постоянно меняется, но меняется так, что мы не замечаем. Наше тело, наши мысли, наше местонахождение, время, everything is changing. The time, space, where we are, what we are, even the body is there, but we don't notice it. Because either the changes are super fast or super slow. And our thinking doesn't get it. So everything is changing, but everything is changing with reference to something which is common to everything and everyone, and that never changes. The golden heart of divinity in you, in me, in everything, in every stone, but also in every second of your life. So your whole life, the whole experience of life is your interaction with God. Это означает, что каждый камушка, каждый все, что есть и не есть, каждый секунд того явления, которое мы понимаем как жизнь или время. Каждый секунд явления и каждый инцидент и вся наша жизнь — это присутствие Бога, Создателя нами, и это все интерактив. Если мы скажем Вселенной, я хочу этого для моего духовного развития, она даст. А если мы скажем, я хочу $1 миллион, чтобы я баловался, может быть даст, может быть не даст. Зависит от этого. If we will ask the universe, I want this clarity or this to be spiritually more advanced, then the universe will give it. But if you say, I want this or that because I want to be better, I want to be this, etc., because every time that we say we want more, we see ourselves as a needy person, a needy being. Каждый раз мы что-то просим у Вселенной, мы выглядим в своих глазах как ограниченный, который попрошает, занимается попрошенством, или попрошайком, или там просто клянчит у Бога. Я тебе 100 раз читал молитву, а ты мне дай это, или того, или того. А больше время будет только я хочу секс, я хочу деньги, я хочу ощущения. И все, округлили, все, приехали. Because most of the time we are going to be just asking for something more. And what that means is that we become beggars in front of ourselves because God is nothing but us. So when you have to today take Shiva's blessing, today is Shivratri. Сегодня мы будем употреблять мантра Mahamrityunjaya mantra At and Om Namah Shivaya at Shiva. Today is Shivratri, the day which is the most auspicious for praying to the God who represents the infinity of infinities of unconditional love and service. Shiva is blue. Shiva is the one God who, when someone prayed to it, a demon prayed to Shiva for hundreds of years, and when Shiva came, he said, I want to be the most powerful. And Shiva said, okay, you prayed to me, I'll give you the. He says, I want to have the power that if I place my hand on someone's head, then that person that will be destroyed. So Shiva gave to this demon that power, and then Shiva had to run because this demon thought, if I was to destroy Shiva, then I'll be the most powerful. So Shiva is so giving that it even gives the energy or the boon to be which could destroy Shiva itself. That means the whole creation. So it is that length of giving which Shiva represents. And Shiva is blue because when the demons and gods were working together, they came together to dredge up from the ocean, which represents consciousness. They dredged up treasures. And when Halahal came up, then even one drop would have destroyed the creation. So Shiva took it up and became blue. And Shiva has got what? Snakes around its neck, because someone threw them at. Shiva is always in meditation, so Shiva is supposed to be even not be having any clothes because it is covered with the ashes. And Shiva lives in where people avoid going, in crematories, etc. in India, and those are the worst places. But that's the place which the god chose. All the other Indian gods are in gold and beautiful and everything. Shiva is the only dark god, and Kali, which is the representation of the feminine side of Shiva. Say, образи Бога, божественного. Они красивые, они все в золоте. А Shiva единственный черный опракли, даже без одежды, потому что он освобожден на желание. But Shiva is the form of God that is the most serving, the most giving, the most powerful infinity of infinities, and is the form of God that shared the secrets of how to be closer to God via meditation. Shiva is the sponsor God of meditation. Shiva это тот лицо Бога, который поделился за человечеством тайны медитации, как приблизиться к Богу. So we are going to be doing the mantras because more and more people after COVID have started to live more and more for themselves. They are more and more digital. And because the grown-ups are living for themselves, the world is much more sadder because everyone is sad when you live for yourself. And that sadness has created a world in which most of the teenagers and children, I have met children and some cases even successfully committed suicide. Children who are trying to commit suicide. So we live in a world which is, even if we live okay, the children are feeling the angst. They live in a world which is much less joyous than it was 30, 40 years when we were growing up. Дети сейчас живут в мире, который намного менее радостный. У них только диджитал радости, большинство из них, или голый секс, и от этого люди сидят в Тиндере, и полностью они в депрессии. Because it's only a physical interaction. They want connection. Все люди в нашем мире есть Тиндер и так далее для общения, даже для детей и так далее. И у них это все диджитал, и все это депрессировано, потому что люди хотят с кем-то иметь союз, а вместо этого у них только физические вот это приближение и все. И то не бывает. So the children are the most impacted. They live in a joyous world. In a world where there is so less of joy because the grown-ups are living only for themselves. Дети живут в безрадостном мире, потому что большинство людей нашего возраста от страха, от чего угодно живут ради себя только. So we are going to be offering the prayers, Mahamrityunjay. And when the mantra will flow through, it is Shiva's mantra. Each one of you, the secret of the mantra is that the energy of the mantra is Shiva, and you have to become like the Shiva, giving, infinitely living. And when someone threw snakes around Shiva, because he was naked and the other gods were in gold and this god was just covered in ashes, Shiva took the snakes and put them as a ornament. So we have to learn that. Когда кто-то бросал, другой бросал в Шива. Змеи. Шива принял это как подарок и сделали свою там necklace, ожерелье свое из змей. And Shiva therefore holds also but the snake also represents the energy of the Kundalini. Shiva также является символом или та часть тела божественной, который поднимает Kundalini, the mystic force that opens the heart and the intuition. The мистическая сила, которая открывается сердце и интуиция, третий глаз. So closing eyes with the mantra, becoming Shiva, that is important for you. Some mantra, we становимся Shiva. Om, breathe in. Om, Trambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Murvaruknan, Mrityurmokshem Amritam. You function as a body by breathing in and out of the nose, but the energy of the mantra you will feel going in through the nose, all through the crown to your heart, and from the heart, in the heart you will imagine Shiva sitting in your heart and spreading love, light and laughter as a blue light, blue golden light to everything and everyone. First filling up your body, then the room, then the universe, then the whole creation. Вы будете, конечно, как биологически дыхание через нос, но вы будете фокусировать и ощущать, что молитвенная энергия льется через макушку. Сердце вы должны визуализировать Шива, который излучает золотой сильную любовь, любовное благословение. Сначала это наполняет ваше физическое тело, сердце, потом тело, потом комната, потом город, потом вселенная, потом творение. Om Trambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Murvaruknan, Mrityur. Breathe out from the heart. Mrityurmokshem Amritam. And the mantra is a prayer for the harmony and freedom from the illusion of death for everything and everyone. Om Trambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Murvaruknan, Mrityurmokshem Amritam. Om Trambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Murvaruknan, Mrityurmokshem Amritam. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim 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 Amritam. Offering to all the ancestors, Adayom, Etimalitvinni Energiu, Katoril Lyotsacharidnas. Same predicam, all the ancestors. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim Amritam. All the parents, same Raditin. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim Amritam. Same Mushinam, same Jianshinam. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim Amritam. All the male and female energy. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim Amritam. The Mother Earth, learning from Mother Earth, the art of supporting others unconditionally. Learning from the Father Son, the art of burning for others like Shiva unconditionally. Учим со матушки земли, как давать всем безусловные поддержку, безусловно. Учимся солнце, как давать, излучать любовь, когда сами горим. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim Amritam. Излучаем любовь всем людям, которые принесли какой-то ущерб. Everyone, we are praying for everyone who has caused us any pain on the planet. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim Amritam. Praying for the Creator, reflected in everything and everyone, especially people who are sick, sad, and lonely, and especially for the teenagers. Om Trambakam Yajame, and their parents, because both are suffering. Om Trambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Murvaruknan Mrityurmukshim Amritam. 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 Om Namo Shiva. Now raising your lower energy to the heart and head. Om Namo Shiva. Like a tree, like a palm tree. Om Namo. In the heart opening like a flower. Shiva becoming infinity of love in your head. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. See yourself as Shiva, infinity of love, helping others. Visualizate себе как Shiva, как бесконечное. Сила любви, радости, ясности, помогая всем и всему. Om Namo Shiva. 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 С расширением сознанием вы приземляетесь как дожди, благословения всего и все. You are coming down like rain, blessing everything and everyone, and then coming up again. So it's a cycle. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shiva. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinam. Sarve Shantu Niramam. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kasyat Tukte Bhavat. See yourself as free from all your smallness of pain, fear, anger, and your heart must be shining and should be smiling. No matter what is happening in your plan, in your life plan, you have to see and bless yourself with a smiling heart because it is all impermanent. It's all a phenomenon. While you, the reality, the one that is blessing everything in it, is infinity. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva, Catherine. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Shiva. Om Namo Sharita, Om Namo Sharita, Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shajin, Om Namo Shajin, Om Namo Shajin, Om Namo Shayulya, Om Namo Shayulya, Om Namo Paras, Om Namo Paras, Om Namo Paras. Olga, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om, and your daughter, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva. Hal, Om Namo, and also daughters, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva. Ji, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva. Hal, I'm going to be reflecting your Dayu Vash Premier. I'm giving your example because you had also started to pray for your two daughters, and they are both of them had very serious issues, and they are now managing better with your prayers. So it is the same story for everyone who is praying for their daughters. Prayers help a lot, especially when you do them a lot and you do them for others. Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om Namo Shiva, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukham, Sarve Shantu Nirama, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyat Gure. Om Namo Shivaya Catherine, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya Olga, Om Namo Shivaya Paras, Om Namo Shivaya Rita, Om Namo Shivaya Yulia, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Shanti Shanti. Till tomorrow 6 p.m. Hari Om Om Tat Sat. The key is that you see yourself as Shiva blessing others with the mantra Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo. Your breathing, your heartbeat, your blessing, everything will become in sync. Just Om Namo Shivaya, 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Till tomorrow 6 p.m.